Welcome to First Impressions, where we try to take a look at the first episode and the promotional material of a brand new anime series released this season and try to come up with a conclusion of what I think the show will be about, what I will expect from the show, and whether I am going to like it or not based solely on those factors. And you never know if a first impression video will turn up as a traditional American anime otaku review later on down the line when it is released in American markets. So another day, another anime series based off of a smartphone game. Basically, it's yet another free-to-play game for your smartphone full of timers and paywalls. Oh gee, why didn't I see that one coming? Just once I would like to see a cell phone based game that is honest to God a free-to-play game without having to be nickel and dimed over pretty much everything in the game. But I digress. Today's First Impressions review is of an anime called Endride. The anime appears to be a multimedia project with the anime animated by Brainbase, with a smartphone game tie-in coming out later this year. Basically, it's a 20-minute advertisement for the upcoming cell phone game. You're not fooling anybody. I just hope it doesn't turn out like Leviathan: The Last Defense, where you are forced to play the game if you want to fully understand what the hell is going on in the anime. The story of Endride involves this kid named Shun who has an interest in geology, particularly with crystals. So one day he tries to spend some time with his always absent dad for his dad's birthday, who is too busy to spend time with him as he is a workaholic. Meanwhile, the anime does this strange cut-in where we jump to some magical medieval setting where this deposed prince named Emilio is seeking revenge against a king named Dilzane, who apparently killed his father and usurped the throne sometime before now. Long story short, he fails and is thrown into the castle dungeon. Shakespeare, anybody? Right off the bat, we have a couple of warning signs that may hold back this anime from the get-go, and I hope that I am wrong. The first problem is that the anime abruptly jumps back and forth between these two settings that it feels like I am watching a completely different anime halfway through the first episode. I don't think I need to say that the transition between these two setups is jarring, to say the least, and is a pretty bad sign right there. It kind of starts to make a bit more sense when Shun finds this strange rock in his dad's office that teleports him into this magical land and the two characters cross paths. As such, you would assume that the two plots may somehow tie together into a single plot at some point. But this leads into the second problem, in which this episode does not give much time for the viewer to get used to either of these settings. It's like the first episode of Garzy's Wing all over again, where the anime story moves too quickly to adequately set up its setting or its characters. It just throws you right into the middle of the action without really explaining what is going on or where we are, and expects you to just go with it. Now, I have seen plenty of anime that have had a very rocky and incoherent start turn out to become quite good or even legendary later on down the line, and that could be the case here. This anime does have some time to improve, seeing that the show is planned to be a full 26-episode show. But from what I am seeing from episode 1 alone, I am honestly not impressed and am quite concerned. This anime needs to get its act together quickly if it wants a high score from me by the time I give it a full and proper review. Right now, it just seems to be your typical by-the-numbers fantasy action anime, and considering its rocky start, I have decided to give Endride a 3 out of 10 for initial interest. So, until next time, this is the American Anime Otaku signing out.